I am Mike Ford, chair of the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Foundation, and I am delighted to be with General Colin Powell and Roger Porter, one of our trustees of the foundation and the chair of our awards committee that nominated General Powell for the Ford Medal. We are delighted to be with General Powell here overlooking the White House, where he served with distinction for 4 United States presidents, and to honor him and recognize his exemplary service to our nation. Roger, at this time, I'm going to turn it over to you to encapsulate some of the qualities that General Powell set as a high mark and make him very worthy to receive the 2021 Gerald R. Ford Medal for Distinguished Public Service. Roger?
We measure service in a variety of ways: by the length of time, by the courage required, by the breadth of assignments, and the depth of accomplishments. In these and other ways, the service rendered by Colin Powell is widely acknowledged by a grateful nation as distinguished and exemplary. Indeed, for many years, he has been recognized as one of the most admired Americans. His distinguished service comes in 3 distinct yet interrelated arenas. The first and longest is his military service. He spent 35 years in the U.S. Army after graduating from the ROTC program at the City University of New York. In his military career, he was a trailblazer, the youngest ever to serve as chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the first African American to hold that position, and the only ROTC graduate. His second major arena of service was as a diplomat and shaper of foreign policy. He served as deputy and then national security advisor to President Ronald Reagan, and later as the 65th Secretary of State, confirmed unanimously by the United States Senate during the first term of President George W. Bush's administration. His third major arena of service is inspiring and investing in future generations of Americans through chairing America's Promise, the Alliance for Youth, an organization that he and his wife of 59 years, Alma, founded, a national nonprofit organization dedicated to mobilizing people from every sector of American life to build the character and the competence of young people. Like President Ford, for Colin Powell, character is as important as policy. The qualities of integrity, trustworthiness, determination in the face of adversity, diligence, self-confidence with respect for the views of others, self-discipline in personal life, that this award seeks to recognize, are ones that Colin Powell has exhibited through a lifetime of selfless service. It's a privilege to join in honoring General Colin Powell as he receives this year's Gerald R. Ford Presidential Medal for Distinguished Public Service.
General Powell, in reflecting on the long list of your leadership qualities and your outstanding expressions of public service, as well as your own story of personal and character development, I am reminded of my own father, Gerald R. Ford, and the life journey that he took as a child, a young person, an emerging civic leader, and all the way to 25 plus years in the United States Congress, Vice President, and eventually President of the United States. Your lives overlapped during some of these very memorable years, and there were many parallels in your respective trajectories to national prominence, leadership, and service. Your devotion to our country and its people led each of you to step forward and serve honorably and sacrificially in the United States Armed Forces. You both were guided by a deep sense of moral obligation and calling to serve others. And both of your lives have been characterized by the qualities cited by the Ford Medal: strength of character, integrity, trustworthiness, fidelity to the principles in decision-making, decisiveness, particularly during periods of crisis, determination in the face of adversity, and self-discipline in one's personal life. My father held you, General Powell, in the very highest regard as a leader of our United States Armed Forces and as a leader of our United States Department of State. With your remarkable legacy of principled leadership and compassionate public service, it is my great honor and pleasure to present you with the Gerald R. Ford Medal for Distinguished Public Service.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I will never forget this moment. I will never lose sight of this medal. President Ford meant a lot to me. In the 70s, when he was Vice President and President of the United States of America and doing remarkable service for the country, I was in the Army. I'd served time in Vietnam, and when he was in the presidency, I served some time in Korea. But what I always saw at that period was that the country was in a desperate situation. We had people resigning, vice president, the president, and all that had to be replaced. We were coming out of a couple of wars. We were having other problems within the country. But the one thing that was a great savior for us, all of us, was President Gerald Ford, a gentleman, an American, a pure American, who had no illusions about what he was supposed to be doing in this country. I got to know that person. I got to know him, and I watched as we went through those conflicts and as we gained our standing again in the world and within the country. And so Jerry Ford, I think, was a remarkable man, remarkable individual, a man who was an American to the depth of his soul, blessed with a great family and blessed with a wife who was just as great as he was. This is a medal that I will treasure forever. It'll always be nearby, and I want to assure these two gentlemen that I ask that they give my thanks to members of the foundation, to the trustees. It means a great deal to me, just as President Ford still means a great deal to me as he stabilized the country and got the country moving again. So gentlemen, I thank you both for this award, and please convey my best wishes and my thanks to those who were responsible for it. Thank you.